Alright guys, I want to talk to you guys about shin splints. I know this is a super common injury. I've had this myself. But the good news about shin splints is it's something that we can really fix through strengthening. And strengthening is going to be the key here with shin splints, alright? So there are things you can do. I like ice cupping, so to calm shin splints down. Don't ice cup before you run though. Ice cup after you run, ice cup at night before you go to bed to get things calmed down. Don't ice cup in the morning before you run. It's just going to tighten everything up, and we don't want that. We want it more like warm and loose. So it'd be better to do like a warm Epsom salt bath before you go run rather than ice it before you run. And that's true for all things, guys. Like, don't ice before you run. Not a good idea. All right. So in terms of strengthening, some of my favorite stuff to do for shin strengthening, duck walks. So when I was coaching high school cross country, I had all my kids just start with I think we did 3 or 4 minutes of duck walking. And this is one of those things where you can really not be focused and present when you're doing this and not get a whole lot out of this. So what you're trying to do when you're duck walking is see my shin muscle, see when I flex it, you can see it, right? So we want it turned on and flexed as hard as we can flex it. So you can do this without really flexing it very hard at all, without really focusing on it. So you want to just try and bring your toes up towards you as much as you possibly can, so you're on your heels and you're just taking tiny little steps. And just flexing that big toe and all your toes up towards you as much as you can. And you might find that you cramp up at first when you're doing this, so then just stop, just walk normal for a while, and then go again. And again, let's try and get in 5 minutes right before you run. It's a really good time to do that. But the more little hits we can get, the better off you're going to be. So if we can get 3 hits a day, that would be fabulous. So you do it before you run, you do it after you run, and then one other time throughout the day. It might look kind of weird. You're walking to the office or whatever, and you're just I gotta do my duck walks. Find a way to get it done. We walk a lot throughout the day, so just find time to do that. Another great way to strengthen that shin muscle is going to be with our band here. So I got this band already tied onto my couch, and we're just gonna put it around the top of my foot. I'm gonna loop it around so it doesn't move on me. So I want it right about there. Alright. And down, all the way down, and pulling it all the way up towards you. And then slowly back down and pull it up. And with band work, I like to go kind of slow and try and feel like I'm working it all the way through the range and kind of fighting it as it's going back down. And again, just go towards failure. Make sure you're doing both sides, even if you feel the pain primarily on one side. Alright? So again, 3 times a day, 5 minutes per session, going back and forth from leg to leg, going to failure, is really going to strengthen that shin muscle a ton. So probably the other thing that we should talk about with shin splints is the surface you're running on. So make sure you're running on soft surface. If you have shin splints, oftentimes it's because you've been running on asphalt or concrete. We want you on dirt, grass, and especially if you have shin splints, running on soft surface can help a lot. Running in a shoe that's more cushion based is also going to help a lot. If you don't have access to soft surfaces, strengthening is going to be the way you're going to get out of it. Yeah, so that's basically it, guys. Let's focus on soft surfaces. And if you have to choose between concrete and asphalt, always choose asphalt. Asphalt's way softer than concrete. Try and stay off those sidewalks as much as you can. And if it has a little soft surface on the side, a little dirt, a little grass, get on that as much as you can. So soft surface, strengthen, ice, and that's how we're going to get through shin splints.